Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you all are safe and sound. We have a new manager in place, Madridistas, and we are going to replace a world-class manager with another elite Champions League winner, and that is great news for starters. We all were in deep contemplation about how the rest of the candidates would fare in the job, be it Conte, be it Pochetinno. We weren't quite sure about how they would perform in the most elite club, but finally Florentino Perez made a very smart phone call to Carlo Ancelotti, the hero of the La Decima, the man who has been there and delivered for Real Madrid, and we have fond memories of Carlo Ancelotti. Perhaps those who have started following Madrid in the past 4 or 5 years won't be able to relate, but those who have followed Madrid for a long time, they know exactly what Ancelotti brings to the table. We remember the style of play, we remember the times when we absolutely dominated the opposition. The team played at a completely different level, and although the dismissal of Ancelotti did leave a bad taste in our mouth, but Ancelotti had always maintained that whenever Real Madrid would need him, he would be available, and yes indeed, Don Carlo kept his words. He terminated his contract with Everton and now he's at the service of Madrid, and he has a huge task, a massive task to take Madrid back to the prime, and the task won't at all be easy. He is going to head a rebuild, but in these desperate times you want someone who has the experience, who's a seasoned campaigner, and importantly a man who is tactically sound. Ancelotti has displayed these qualities in his previous stint, be it with Milan, be it with Chelsea, be it with Bayern Munich. This man has taken up the biggest jobs, has worked under maximum pressure, he knows a thing or two about the politics behind the scenes, and wherever he has gone, more often than not, he has won silverware. So today in this video, we would be talking about his previous stint with Real Madrid, we'll talk about the tactics that he used during that time frame, and most importantly, going forward, what can we expect from Ancelotti? We'll discuss all of that, and let's get started. Now, talking about Ancelotti, the first thing that I remember about him is that he played a very attractive brand of football, and towards this cause, he was not at all afraid of being flexible with his formation. What really set him aside as a manager was his adaptability. He was a master at finding the right system which would get the best out of the players, and that worked wonders for Madrid. He used the 4-3-3, the 4-2-3-1, but he was more renowned for using a very dynamic 4-4-2, which provided defensive strength to the team. At the same time, the players often switched to the 4-3-3 while having the ball and attacking the opposition. The football was fluid, and initially people were a bit skeptical about how this formation would work, but he used this formation in such a way that it provided the team enough defensive strength. At the same time, it also provided attacking liberty to the team, and this is where players like Ronaldo and Bale thrived under Ancelotti. I remember Ronaldo was an absolute beast under Ancelotti. He single-handedly scored 61 goals in the 2014-15 campaign. In the first season under Ancelotti, he was playing more on the wings, but in the year following the La Decima, Cristiano was operating a bit more centrally. Kroos and Modric formed the double pivot, with Isco and James on either side of the midfield, and this suited both James and Isco very well. Isco had the liberty to drop in the middle. At the same time, he would go out on the left, combined with Marcelo, and when Marcelo put in those crosses from the wings, guess who was there to knock them home? And I think you would remember there was one very distinguished individual who was very good with headers, and that worked very well for Madrid. Bale on the other side, with his blistering pace and his direct runs, was completely justifying his price tag. His greatest Madrid moments possibly came under Ancelotti. There was the Copa del Rey goal, which turned out to be an iconic one. Gareth Bale running past Marc Bartra, winning the El Clasico Copa del Rey final. That moment is still etched in our memory, and in the same season, he also came up with a header in extra time, which sent Real Madrid on course to win the first Champions League in 12 long years. So Ancelotti was excellent at getting the best out of the players. He knew exactly which button to push, how much a team should attack, how much of defensive cover would the team need, and Ancelotti, he played possession football and counter-attacking football, judging the quality of the opposition we came up against. If you remember the 2013-14 campaign, on course to win the UCL, Real Madrid had to beat a very strong Bayern Munich side who were defending champions that time round, and Real Madrid absolutely thumped Pep Guardiola's team. We beat the Bavarian Giants 5-0 on aggregate, and we did that having less amount of possession. But what Real Madrid had that time were players with quick feet, they were pacey, they had good dribbling ability, and most importantly, they knew how to find the back of the net. Just have a look at these stats. In the following 14-15 season, the season in which Ancelotti was sacked, the team had gone on a record-breaking 22-game winning streak, and in those 22 games, Real Madrid scored 81 goals at the rate of 3.7 goals per game. They conceded 10 goals, and from these numbers, you can understand how good the times were. The football was heavenly at times, and Carlo Ancelotti was the man orchestrating all the drama. But now that you have got a glimpse of the past, let's come back to the current times and give ourselves a reality check. In the past years, Ancelotti's job was to provide the finishing touch to the side which was already loaded with superstars. There were players playing in their prime, but this Real Madrid side is completely different. Right now, we have players past their prime and the forwards do not have the quality that we used to have before. Obviously, Benzema is there and Ancelotti can count on him, but Ancelotti now has the task of developing young talent. Be it Vinicius, be it Rodrygo, Asensio or Odegaard, we need someone who can nurture these players, get them close to the level which is required at Madrid, and if he manages to do that, it would be a major accomplishment for Ancelotti. Another thing that he would be looking over is the passing of the torch in the midfield. Ancelotti has signed a contract for 3 years, and during this time frame, if he stays in charge, he would oversee the farewell of some of the veterans, and that is where I think development of players like Valverde would be high on the priority list. And what Ancelotti very importantly has to do is bring a bit of dynamism in the gameplay. He is known for bringing verticality to passing patterns, he ensures quick movement, quick thinking to catch the opposition off guard, and that is exactly what Real Madrid are missing at the moment. The sense of unpredictability, if used properly, can work wonders for the side, and Ancelotti will have to make these players hungry again. He has shown in the past that he can be an excellent man manager. He has worked with superstars before and he can handle the huge egos in the dressing room. However, I think we need to give Ancelotti some time to settle in. He obviously needs to be backed with a few signings, but we as fans have to be a bit patient. We cannot be erratic, and we have to understand that it takes time to build something great. So hopefully Ancelotti will slowly and steadily take the team in the right direction. We have to back our manager and our players, and let's see how far Ancelotti can take this Real Madrid side. In his previous stint, he won Copa del Rey, he won Champions League, but he was unable to win La Liga, so that is definitely something that Ancelotti would have on his mind. And of course, if he can take us to the Champions League final, that would be fantastic as well. So on a concluding note, we got a manager with a very rich history. He's one of the best managers of all time. He's in that elite group of managers who has won the Champions League the most number of times, but definitely he has a different task ahead. A task of rebuilding Real Madrid, and let's hope he can do the necessary to make the other teams fear Real Madrid once again. I extend my best wishes to Carlo, and we Madridistas are waiting to be entertained. So those are my thoughts related to the signing of Ancelotti. I am excited and pumped up to know this man would be leading Madrid again. And now, it's your time to let me know what you think about the appointment. Do you think Ancelotti can replicate his previous success? Write in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid. And as always, a la Madrid.